Friends, for grammar this week, we are going to be looking at apostrophes with a noun to show possession or ownership, meaning that we are saying that something belongs to someone else. Remember, an apostrophe goes up in the air. It's the same thing that we use in contractions when we are putting two words together. And now we are going to use apostrophes to show that possession or that belonging to someone. You add an apostrophe and s to make a singular noun possessive. Add an apostrophe to most plural nouns to make them possessive. So we're thinking if there is one person, place, or thing, or more than one person, place, or thing. And where you put the apostrophe will be a little different. You'll see in this first sentence that we have the teacher's laptop is fixed. They have apostrophe S with teachers to show that this laptop belongs to the teacher. It is hers. So you have the apostrophe S and you have apostrophe then S because there is only one teacher. There's one teacher and she has a laptop that needs fixed. So you have one teacher, but it's her laptop. You're putting this apostrophe S to show that she owns the laptop. In your second sentence, you have the teacher's machines are fixed. Now here you see that the machines belong to the teacher's machines, but you have more than one teacher. It's a group of teachers. So you have all the teachers in the school maybe, and you have the fact that their machines are fixed. There's also more than one machine. It's not the teacher's machine is fixed, it's the teacher's machine. So because we're talking about a group of teachers here, you have more than one teacher. You have S, and the apostrophe is after the S. I really want to make sure we see that. With one teacher and her laptop, we had apostrophe, then the S. With more than one teacher and the machines getting fixed, we have S and the apostrophe comes at the end of the word. So this is more than one teacher, a group of teachers, and this is just one. So as we look through these sentences, I want you to think about if you see more than one of the noun or just one. Your directions say, find the mistakes, write the sentences correctly on the lines. The two boys' job is to make a video. So this clearly tells you there is more than one boy. So we know that there are two boys, so we have to put the apostrophe at the end. The two boys' job is to make a video. Number 2 says, that girl's camera is in the box. So now we know that this camera belongs to the girl, and it says that girl's. So that's just one. There's one girl. It doesn't say there's two girls or those girls or the girls. It says that girl's camera is in the box. The camera belongs to the girl. There's one girl. So think about where I would need to put my apostrophe. And it's fine if you do not rewrite the sentence. You can write it like this. Write the correct word on the line. So where in the word girls do I need to put my apostrophe? Number 3, a writer's script needed some changes. So we have this script. That's kind of what they write out to show their story. We have this script and it belongs to the writer. It says a writer, just one writer. So where do I need to put my apostrophe? One director's idea was to add a song. So this idea belongs to the director and it specifically tells us there is one director. So where do I need to put my apostrophe? Number 5, the 6 singers' voices sounded great. So here we have, it tells us 6 singers. So we have more than one singer because it tells us here too, voices. If there's more than one voice, then there's more than one singer. So as you look at this, With more than one singer, where do we know that we need to put the apostrophe? So make sure these words that I have underlined, you have written correctly on the line with the apostrophe in the right place. As we go on to the next page on the back, you're going to be looking at these sentences and figuring out which word belongs in the blank. Now, you're going to have EST and ER endings in these adjectives. So you need to decide, are you comparing two things together? For example, like maybe saying, the grammar page is harder than the word work page. I'm comparing two things, the grammar page and the word work page. I'm saying harder. But if I said the grammar page is the hardest of all the work, I'm comparing a lot of things. I'm comparing all the work. That's more than one. That could be three things, four things, five things. It could be any number of things, in which case we use hardest. So if I'm using ER, I'm comparing two things, or people or places. If I am using EST, then I am comparing more than two people, places, or things. So if I read number one, our group had a blank task than the other group. I'm comparing our group and the other group. That's two things. I'm going to say harder. So I'm going to bubble in the word harder. We had to make a model of the blank animal in the world. Now I'm comparing all the animals in the world. So I'm going to want to bubble in biggest because I use EST when I'm comparing more than two things. A blue whale is blank than any other animal. So here, this can be a little tricky. I am comparing blue whale to any other animal. So it may feel like there's more than one thing or more than two things that I'm comparing, but I'm comparing blue whale and every other animal. All those other animals kind of get lumped together. So think about which one you would use, biggest or bigger. Also think about what makes sense, what sounds right. A blue whale is biggest than any other animals, or a blue whale is bigger than any other animal. Our teacher let us use the blank table in the room. So now we're looking at all the tables in the room. Do I need larger or largest? 5 says, Mary wanted the paint to look blank than the blue in the picture. So are we comparing two things or more than two things? Mary wanted the paint to look bluer than the blue in the picture, or Mary wanted the paint to look bluest than the blue in the picture. Number 6, our second sketch was blank than the first one. Our second sketch was nicer, or our second sketch was nicest. Number 7, the whale's eye was blank than its mouth. The whale's eye was smaller than its mouth, or the whale's eye was smallest than its mouth. Number 8, we thought our whale was the blank animal in the class. We have finer and finest. So make sure you bubble in the correct word that fits the blank. Put your name at the top after you've checked your work and turn it in.